that.
Okay. My name is Kontkanen. I'm in winemaker for Jackson-Triggs Okanagan Estates, and I'm in Vancouver for the Vancouver Playhouse Festival.
And I'm Brooke Blair, and I'm also a winemaker for Jackson-Triggs Okanagan Estate, and I'm in Vancouver for the same reasons.
Okay. Now, tell me about each of your paths and how you got to Jackson-Triggs. Let's start with you, Brooke.
Okay. So I'm originally from Australia, and I studied there for 4 years at the University of Adelaide. And then I worked with Holic Wines in Coonawarra for almost 3 years as the assistant winemaker. And it was while I was working there that I got offered the opportunity to come and work at Jackson-Triggs in the Okanagan, and so moved to Canada, and now I've been here for almost 5 years.
Recently we've noticed that you have great success with Shiraz. Is that kind of naturally to you?
I'm not sure. I definitely gravitate towards it. I don't know if that's because I'm Australian or not, but yeah, it's one of my favourite varieties to work with, and I think it helps for sure that we have it planted in the right sites in the Okanagan, so we have outstanding fruit to begin with, and carry that through into the winery.
Okay. I went to university at Brooke University in Ontario in the Cool Climate Enology and Viticulture Institute. I did a BSc Honours there, and then I stayed on and continued on, did my Masters of Science in Enology, where I focused on ice wine. And then as I was completing that, I applied to a job out here, and I got accepted, so I moved out with my wife, and yeah, it's been a great choice.
But what are the keys to making fabulous ice wine? Because it seems like you've got it nailed.
The vineyard sites that we have with our Riesling are very good, and I think Riesling as a great variety for ice wine is a key. With ice wine, you need a very good acidic backbone to help support the sweetness of it, and just yeast strain and how you ferment it. The challenging ones are the ones where you don't know when you're going to have to pick the ice wine, and that would have happened a couple.
Go ahead.
That would have happened. It's always good. That would have happened a couple of years ago when we were doing the 07 ice wine, I believe it was, and we had picked on December 31st and January 1st, and then we did small windows, small lots coming in, and then we waited another 2 weeks to pick the rest of it. So those are very challenging because you have lots of little lots all over the place, and you're looking hard to pick. One of the easiest vintages would probably be this year, because we picked during the day. It was cold, there was no guesswork. It was -20, you just say pick. For the technology wise, we've changed it in the recent years where we're picking now with computer sensors out in the vineyard, so I can go stay at home and monitor temperatures every 15 minutes, not drive out to the vineyard. And we're also machine picking as well our fruit, so we can get the fruit off in a short amount of time and into the winery when we need it while it's still cold out.
Now, I remember Bruce had this kind of, it looked like a Soviet-era press that he was using. Are you still using that old press?
That press we have recently sent to Bruce because he likes it so much. And we've recently, in the last couple of years, we got 3 1-ton wood basket presses that I utilize for my ice wine, and I also use a 10-ton Booker press. The total case productions are around 100,000 cases. It depends on the year, and ice wine would be roughly 1,000 cases, so a small percentage.
Now, are you still doing the sparkling ice wine?
This year, 07, we stopped it in 06, and 07 we brought it back for 1 more year. And it'll probably be an every year thing is my goal.
So you do want to continue to do it?
I do want to continue it. It is a little more nerve-wracking than regular ice wine, so I think my nerves can only handle every other year.
Okay.
Yeah, with the whites, especially with whites, you want to have a nice acidic structure to help the longevity of it and carry the fruit forward. And then especially with the Riesling, basically we let the Riesling hang to the very end. It'll be coming in with the Cabernet Sauvignons for our properties. So we'll get the sugars we need, but the acids just don't fall out till the very, very last minute. And so basically my decision to pick is fairly easy. It's when the leaves fall off the vine.
And I've heard that people think that the acidity in BC wines is I wouldn't say bogus, but that there's added. And your response to that would be?
We don't really add any acid. It's all natural.
Yeah, so this year for the first time, Jackson-Triggs will be releasing a Cabernet Shiraz Viognier blend. So something that's very exciting for us, and it's during the fermentation we actually co-fermented the wine, so all the varieties were fermented together, which really helps. The Viognier for sure helps to stabilize the color, and it also helps to lift certain aromas and flavors, and overall I think just makes a better, more complex wine right from the very beginning.
Okay. And Derek, you've got a new project also.
I got one that I'm started with, made around roughly 300 cases of sparkling wine, which is a first for Jackson-Triggs Okanagan. It's made it primarily 100% from Chardonnay, and I barrel fermented it and did a little malolactic just to get some toasty, creamy notes. And then right now it's at the last stages of secondary bottle ferment that we've been tasting once a week. So it's pretty exciting to have two new products.
Okay.
So we have a new tasting gallery at the winery now, which is great, and definitely makes it good for us to showcase our wines, things that we're really passionate about and very proud of. So it's great to have a kind of state-of-the-art wine tasting facility for people to come and taste the wines and get a feel for Jackson-Triggs.
And we also have at the winery, we make wine-only SKUs as well. So we have a Gewürztraminer, an oak Chardonnay. We also make a Sunrock Meritage, which is only available at the wine shop, and the sparkling and Cab Shiraz Viognier as well will be there.
So another great thing that Jackson-Triggs is doing right now is we've made an Esprit series of wines, which is sponsored with the Vancouver Olympics and Paralympic Games. So of these wines, $1.25 from each bottle sold is going directly to the Canadian athletes and to the games, which is very exciting for us, and we're super proud to be a part of that and support our athletes.